What is happening, Magnus side? So they got Diddy yesterday, and now we got some more details. Are you ready to find out what in the hell's happening? Let's get it.
And here's that Fox News alert. The world-famous Sean Diddy Combs is expected to be arraigned on federal charges this morning following a grand jury indictment.
Now, right now, the embattled rap mogul is in custody after he was arrested last night in the lobby of a luxury Manhattan hotel.
And Todd Pyro has a story for us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, good morning to all of you. The indictment against Diddy will be unsealed this morning. That, according to the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. Homeland Security actually taking the lead on this case. The charges against the embattled rap mogul not yet revealed. His attorney, though, telling the New York Times he believes Diddy is being charged with racketeering and sex trafficking. Diddy's lawyer giving a statement to Fox News Digital saying, quote, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. He is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal. To his credit, Mr. Combs has been nothing but cooperative with this investigation. He looks forward to clearing his name in court." Now, his homes in Los Angeles and Miami were raided back in March in connection to a federal human trafficking investigation. The rapper also has several sexual misconduct allegations against him, all of which he has denied. Back over to you.
All right, Todd, thank you very much.
It's a long time coming. I mean, we've heard about this for the longest time. His case looks huge. They got the video footage from his house, his mansions. You got
I did not expect him to say that like that. It's a long time coming. Yeah. We've been hearing about a lot of this stuff for years. Like I said in my last video, like I came up with Bad Boy. You know what I mean? I was during that time. Tupac, Biggie, Wu-Tang, all of them, man. Nas. So, Jay-Z, all that. And it's just crazy to have lived through it all. Heard the different rumors over the years about Puff. You know, the first rumors we heard was the sexuality thing. Those were the first rumors. And then I remember hearing another rumor about him pistol whipping somebody. I remember hearing that one. And as far as, you know, because listen, while I listen to rap and certain other music, I'm not a guy that had to follow every single thing that these rappers did, these artists did. As far as actors go, too, I'm not on that side to where I just follow everything they do. Man, you know, the other dudes, they just want to be these dudes so bad. They got to know everything. And, you know, like, a matter of fact, nah, I think that's probably too private. But I know some people that were involved in something. And, you know, never mind. So... it's not anything bad, but I don't know if I should tell their business. That's all. But they were able to meet a few people, and they said everything was cool, though. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we've been hearing stuff for years. The black community knows, like we've been hearing stuff for years about him and, you know, Bad Boy and different shenanigans. But to this level with the trafficking, though the abuse allegations, like a lot of that was new to us, you know, some of the strong arming type of allegations, and not necessarily, because I said that kind of went along with the pistol whipping story I had heard. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I'm just like, man, now he's a billionaire. So you know he's rubbed shoulders with a lot of people. You find out about the cameras and all the rooms. I'm like, oh, good Lord, something's up.
The accusations flying. So, and I guess he came to New York knowing this was going to happen.
Yeah, let's bring in criminal defense attorney Lexi Rigdon to talk about this. Lexi, last November, his ex, her name is Cassie Ventura, sued him for sexual assault, rape, domestic violence, and sex trafficking. The next day, though, that lawsuit was settled. A few others came out accusing him of different things as well. And then last May, that video surfaced of him with his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. And I believe that was the video in the hotel, right? In front of the elevators. Yeah, what do you think is going to happen, and what will we learn when the indictment is unsealed today?
Well, Ainsley, we're going to learn a lot more when the indictment is sealed, as you know, especially what people really want to know is exactly what he's being charged with. But to your point about all of the information that came out of him, I mean, this was a meteoric fall from grace. I mean, he was an impresario. He was involved in the hip hop community. He became obviously very wealthy, and he knew that this was coming down the pipe. First of all, the lawsuits started hitting, then his houses started getting raided, and now he's selling off his shares of various businesses. His very expensive mansion in California is up for sale. So he's clearly been preparing for this and did come to New York with the understanding that he was going to be arrested, which I can't even imagine how he must have felt about that, sitting in that hotel room in New York. But today we're going to be able to find out exactly what he's charged with, which I think will be racketeering, just like his attorney said, racketeering, potentially violations of the Mann Act, which is transferring somebody across state lines for illegal sexual activity. And those are reminiscent of what R. Kelly was charged and ultimately convicted with. So this is kind of similar to what happened in the past with him.
Wow.
So, Lexi, this is not the first time they've tried to go after Diddy. But what ends up happening is that the witnesses suddenly go away. Does that mean that it is different this time? I mean, we had a three-house raid. You had Florida, you had New York, and you had California. So does this mean that this time that the Fed finally has cooperation from witnesses?
I think it is different this time. First of all, I think that the civil cases, which were explosive with the allegations, really brought to focus his behavior. And then one of those lawsuits by a former male assistant actually has a lot of pictures and a lot of video.
They picked the right picture, didn't they? It like, ain't this a bitch? Ain't this about a bitch?
That was referenced in the lawsuit. And so not only do I think they have obviously witnesses who are cooperating, but they also have evidence to support these charges. That was a very detailed and disturbing and surprising lawsuit that was filed by his former male assistant.
Yeah.
And Ainsley was talking a moment ago, Lexi, about Cassie, his longtime girlfriend. She sued him. He settled the next day. Then five more people came out of the woodwork and also sued him, but they decided not to settle. They decided they were going to fight it in court. And then you come upon these home raids, and it wasn't the local cops.
That's like, nah, we don't want no money. We want you in prison.
It wasn't the FBI. It was Homeland Security investigations that a lot of people have never even heard of, but they're the ones who investigate sex trafficking cases. That's a unique unit, and that's why they essentially came out with bazookas.
Right, and these are federal crimes. Obviously, the Mann Act is
You
a
see what I
federal
saw?
crime, and then the sex
Just
trafficking.
wondering.
And there could also be potential for a lot of those lawsuits referenced rampant drug use and weapons. One of Cassie's allegations was that he forced her to hold a gun in her purse. I mean, so there could be also potentially a narcotics and firearm aspect to this as well.
All right, what about Homeland Security? Why are they leading this case?
Homeland Security is usually in charge federally of investigating human and sex trafficking cases. So that's just standard operating procedure for why they were there. But it just shows how seriously this has been taken after those lawsuits brought to light. And I think had they not been filed, there wouldn't have been the media attention, and there wouldn't have been the substance.
Man, we're going to have a whole lot more information coming now. Woo-wee.
For the feds to take a look under the hood and say, gee, there's something seriously wrong with this guy. And this isn't his first brush with the law. I mean, he was acquitted in 1999 of a nightclub shooting, which involved J-Lo, which was a very sensational story.
I remember.
He's in a world of trouble.
Right, but he's got a lot of money, and he's got a lot of lawyers. We'll see what happens. Lexi, thanks so much.
Hey, Lexi, his lawyer said he's
Thanks, guys.
disappointed. Daddy's a music icon. Diddy is a music icon.
Daddy.
Like philanthropist, adoring his children, imperfect, but he is not a criminal.
She used to saying that. Is that why she messed up there?
Please reserve your judgment until you have all the facts. He's an innocent man with nothing to hide.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if his sons are involved, too, because they're all over this thing, certainly in the video. I'm Steve Doocy. I'm right.
Yeah. Man. This is one of them things where on the hour we're going to have more info. Like 8 hours from now, there's going to be some more info on this. Ooh, boy. Man. I don't see him getting away from this. I don't see him getting away from this at all. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all think. If you know any more details, post it below. 10 million subscribers.